We need a little intro. What do you want to do for the intro?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Is like,
Just welcome to the pod. I don't know.
maybe I should just look at the camera and go, imagine knowing nothing. Well, that's what you're watching right now. This is the first, it's our second podcast ever.
I mean, technically it's the first because the pilot never really counts as an episode, right?
The pilot is a pilot. It's
a pilot.
Sometimes they add
it was a good pilot.
It was a good pilot.
I'll put this next
All
to
right,
it.
so
Really
let's,
look cool. 3D.
What do we,
3D bangers only.
should we just take a dab before? Or should we just,
Yeah. I mean, let's just whatever.
Or should we just do it on camera and say, fuck it?
Whatever. We'll have it for memories either way. We'll figure that out later, right? Oh, you're on
Press your button.
You're on the green setting. I've been pressed it.
You don't even have a light?
I got it low.
What a fucking bozo.
Because I'll be out the bathroom window like
Oh, okay. All right, well,
kids are sleeping, you know?
So let's officially kick this off.
We don't need to do none of that, but all right.
Yeah, no, there's just
Salute. Welcome back, you fucks. How you doing?
Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a 2-year layoff. It's Imagine Knowing Nothing, and I'm sure most of you can imagine that, and so can definitely Angelo. That's why I'm here. I'm your host, B-Tone. My man Angelo on the ones and twos.
That's delicious.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
710 Labs, Lemon Drop. What is it? Lemon Drop? Nah, Lemon Heads.
Lemon heads.
Lemon Heads.
Wow. Delicious.
I like dabbing. I got Angelo into dabbing.
Dabbing? You turned me into a pothead, actually.
I did turn you into a pothead. It's funny. The guy literally never smoked in his entire life. He smoked 3 hits his entire life, and now the guy just...
No, I used to smoke back in high school.
He didn't smoke like that.
Not like you guys smoked in high school, but listen... I told my wife once it's legal, we try to do the right thing, and I was
that's what I like. That's what I like about you is the shit hit the fan, it got legal, and you was like, all right, that's it. We smoke it.
And I stopped drinking as much.
It's funny because it's been 2 years since we did the pilot because of COVID. COVID hit literally right after we did the first one, right? And I gained mad weight during COVID. You lost mad weight during COVID. I used to have a 2 on top with a skin fade. Now I got a ponytail. You probably have less hair.
The ponytail.
I used to have a beard,
but it's okay.
Now I have a 2 on my beard. You got a fucking longer beard.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You got a longer beard.
Wow.
You got less hair. I got more hair and less of a beard.
I'm
fatter. You're skinnier.
Look at this.
I mean, dude, we really everything. Shit really hit the fan. COVID
crazy.
really fucked a lot of shit up for everybody.
It really did.
Yeah. It fucked it up for us. We haven't been here for fucking how long? 2 years to the day.
I know.
But we said, listen, it's been 2 years. It's time to get it back. We had all this equipment collecting dust.
Literally.
The people
Actually,
have been
right
asking
here.
for, why didn't you do the podcast? Why ain't you doing the podcast? The first episode was funny. We were like, it wasn't even an episode. We were dicking around,
literally.
seeing if we could even
do
make
something
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
And people were enjoying it. I think they actually genuinely enjoyed it, and we should have kept doing it during the COVID.
We had nothing else better to do, and I
didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, you know what it is. You were too busy becoming a pothead, and then you became a lazy pothead.
I guess so.
And then I was like,
and I was barbecuing too.
You were flying drones into
trying
trees.
To barbecue, sir.
You were making shitty barbecue.
Listen, hey, I had no other option because all these fucking restaurants and shit were closed.
Nah, honestly.
So what do you want me to do?
You were doing what I was doing back in the day, which is just experimenting, having fun, trying to figure some shit out, and eat some good food while you're doing it. You know,
facts.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I went through my phase with the smoking meats and barbecuing and all that. Me and my boys every Sunday during the good weather, spring and summer, they come over every Sunday. We were cooking something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, it's a lot of fun. I think the time leading up to your cook is done. By the time that cook is done, I'm already fucked up somewhere upstairs in my room.
And you were drinking a lot back then too.
Heavy,
You were drinking heavy, and that's why you lost mad weight.
I stopped drinking. I think I lost 35 pounds now.
Yeah, bro, and I probably gained about 30 pounds. So we just, we switch swap on the weight. We switch swap on the beer.
I'll be back. I actually did have some Taco Bell this morning. It's been a while.
I might not cut my beard until, I don't know.
I don't know why you would ever do that.
Anniversary of the podcast or something.
Yeah.
I just took it down to a 2 the other day. It's the shortest I've ever had it.
What made you do it?
I just needed a hard reset. Sometimes you need a hard reset. You've never done it, but I was like, I need a hard reset.
I needed something new. So this is what
Yeah, you let the shit go.
dude, I've been trimming it.
Oh, yeah.
I've had this for probably 4 or 5 years already.
When you have a beard like that, which I did have, it's a scissor trim. That's it.
Yeah.
It's if you don't even touch anything else. It's a simmer
just to
trim.
keep it
The
proper.
barber does the top part, and you scissor trim.
I do
it,
my
and
own
that's it.
shit. I cut my own hair and I trim my own shit up.
Yeah,
every
well,
time.
I mean,
that saves me like $20, $30 or whatever.
I mean, it shows.
Or you
too.
could go to the Lemon Tree.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, you go to Supercuts. Whatever you're the fucking clown.
what am I
bag
going to
supreme
pay? A
in the
barber
world.
to bring me down to a one up top? Bro, I could do that shit myself. I go to fucking Walmart, I get the buzzer, and I'm good. How you
Listen,
doing?
bro, they just took off the mask mandates and everything. They need to turn on a lobotomy fucking mandate because we got to start fucking lobotomizing people.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
I'm serious.
Yep.
These people are out of control. It's just hilarious how like things calmed down for like a quarter of a second back when the pandemic first hit. It kind of was like, all right, we got past this first wave. Everybody was like, yo, fuck the mask. Like I remember it clear as day. It was like there was like a day, and it was like that was it. Everybody stopped wearing masks, and then next thing you know, we were right back into some shit, Delta variant, this, that, and the fucking other thing. And everybody was wearing full masks.
The
everything.
fraternity of
now,
coronavirus.
Same thing happened. Like a couple Wednesdays ago, I go into the bagel store and nobody's wearing nothing. And I'm like, what's going on here? And I look it up on my phone and it's like, it was like low key. They didn't really talk about it. It's funny how they do it like that. Like when they mandate the mask, it's like they make a big announcement. It's all over the news. Everybody all over talking about it on Facebook. But then like the thing, what happened was they had some kind of contract written of when it ends, and when it ended, they didn't announce it. It was just like, oh, it secretly ended.
Yeah.
And the people who knew, and they just stopped wearing the mask. But they didn't like announce it, like, oh, you don't have to wear a mask no more.
Yeah, they don't talk about good shit.
They
no
don't
more.
talk about that.
They don't
give
talk
you
about
good
any
news. They only
no
want to give you
positive.
bad news.
Nothing's positive anymore.
You know, if the Ukraine isn't nuking us, or if your grandmother isn't dying, then they don't want to tell you anything about it. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. And this is exactly why we got to bring back lobotomies out. 'Cause too many people are just allowing this shit to go down. It's starting to really, it's getting to me. Like,
it's crazy.
I think more than the pandemic and being locked up and just like shit getting fucked up in general. Like I ran a sneaker and clothing store, like a high-end fashion, like Supreme, Louis Vuitton, funny style, hype boy clothes, right?
Yeah, got you.
And we shut down. We're not opening back up. You know how many businesses I know that shut down, restaurants, all sorts of shit, gone forever just because of the stupid pandemic. And the truth of the matter is, like, all these people just let it happen. Like, I don't know. I feel like if we all look back on this 10 years from now, we're going to be like, yo, what the fuck were we thinking letting them do that to us?
It's crazy.
Like, because it was crazy. Like, they really took control.
I'm still speechless from it, bro, because that's...
And I feel like that's what a lot of it was about, is just control. And I know a lot of people, you know, were affected by it. And I know a lot of people, you know, did have complications from it. But the truth of the matter is people have complications from tons of different things.
Yeah.
The regular ass flu, people have complications and die every single year. Like, you could get chickenpox and die. Like, you know what I mean?
You could get a bad cold and it could turn into something else, and then it could turn into something else. And
I feel like that's what it is like, it was just an excuse. It was an end-all excuse for them, was like any health problems you have related. It was like, oh, COVID.
Yeah.
But like, and I'm sure COVID in some cases like brought people to that point, especially if they had comorbidities. A lot of people have 3, 4, 5 comorbidities. But like, if you didn't have comorbidities and you were under the age of, call it 60, it was like you have a pretty good chance of surviving. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. This definitely affected people differently than any other thing that we've ever dealt with. That's for sure. It was like the luck of the draw. Like some people, like just a random 35-year-old kid we know died. Like, but bottom of the line is, I don't think that, you know, when the numbers are that small, I don't think you should be shutting down all of humanity for it.
I agree.
You know,
we still got to live. And
and the thing is, you know, there's a lot of science coming out right now, you know, proving what we all kind of knew, which was like the masks don't do anything. And I feel like everyone's just over it. Like, no matter whether it was calmed down or not, I feel like people are just over that whole.
Yeah, it's they're just fucking done
the
with
only
it.
People
I
who,
get it.
And the only people who aren't are people who are fucking brainwashed and they need a fucking lobotomy. Simple as that, because they're fucking brain dead.
I mean, it's two sides. Like, I get it, because I lost someone close to me from COVID, so I could see the other side of the coin, and I think that some people who feel that way may not. How do I say it?
Is that just feelings? Because let me ask you a question. True man to man. Like, I know, like, you know, I'm sorry for your loss. You know that.
Yeah, of course.
But do you think there's anything we could have done to change that? Do you think if he was like wearing a mask, if he was vaccinated, if all this shit, do you think that would have made the difference?
I don't think we'll ever know.
We won't know.
I don't think we'll ever know.
I don't think we will know. And I think most cases, the answer to that question is no. Our time's up at some point, bro. I could drop dead on the way home, bro.
Same here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I we have to live our lives,
drop dead
bro.
right now.
We have to live our lives to the best of our ability, or else, like, it's it's nuts, bro. It really is.
I get it. I understand.
And I know people like being slobs. Like a lot of people enjoy just like staying home, sitting on the couch, not working. Like they love that shit. Like I go crazy. I go stir crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Dude, I was in the house with the kids. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
I feel like a lot of people lost their fucking shit. Like I know
crazy.
a lot of people dealing with mental health issues right now, and they've never had a mental health issue in their life, but now they do.
Yeah.
Anxiety, depression, all sorts of shit.
It gets to you, man, over time.
Well,
like,
I think this was compounding it on top of everybody hard.
Yeah.
You know, just like you just sit home by yourself and do nothing.
That's
2
it.
years.
You work from home, and then you go literally in the bed, like right next to the workstation that you literally just worked at for 8 hours.
It's weird that it's so full circle that like we did that first little pilot like joke thing that we ended up turning into an episode just because we thought it was funny because you forgot to hit record.
Yeah.
But now like 2 years later, literally to the day, call it like literally.
Yeah, it's crazy when you brought that up.
What the fuck is going on here and what's gone on the past 2 years? Like, and all these things I feel like contribute to why we didn't continue with the podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's
I think
real.
so.
Yeah,
that's facts.
It's a big part.
That's facts. That's
definitely
facts.
But like I said, things change, and we accepted it, and we're moving
here.
on, and we're here now.
And we're here.
Listen, it's nice.
And that's it. And if you did lose somebody from the COVID, you know, our condolences and shit like that.
Yeah, but, listen, I don't mean to be.
I don't want them to take. I don't want them to get to feel that kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be soft. Like,
I get it, but listen, I don't mean to be insincere, but I'm also a realist. Like that's who I am. And
exactly.
I'm going to say it how it is. And how it is the truth of the matter is in most of these cases, unfortunately, these people were going to have a complication. Something was going to happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. Here's what I know. The vaccine maybe helps you from having lesser symptoms, right?
Possible.
Maybe it's possible, but it doesn't stop transmission.
Correct.
It doesn't stop you from getting it.
Correct.
It doesn't stop anything besides maybe you don't die.
Correct.
Maybe.
Possibly.
And for how long? 12 weeks? It works for maybe 12 weeks. That's what I'm hearing. You got to get a booster every 12 weeks. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't.
My point is
I don't think I could do it anymore.
I feel like the technology wasn't there yet for this kind of stuff that they're even giving us. And it's just like we're all rushing into it because there's no other better option. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like once we do figure it out, it's going to be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then be like, what? Like
shit. Oh, shit, we were giving people mRNA when we should have been doing this or whatever the case may be.
And there's nothing you could do to go back in time.
We all,
and that's it. And
I didn't want to take the jab.
That's
you
factual.
know that, but I took it just because I want to go to concerts. I want to live my life.
Exactly.
Like what I was talking about before. I think it's important that we got to live our life. And it got to me for a point like, listen, if I'm not going to be able to live my life, give me the fucking shot.
Yeah.
If I'm going to die.
And that's why I got it too.
From the virus, I'm going to die from the shot. I'm going to die in the car ride home. Who the fuck cares?
Exactly.
Just move on.
Fuck it. Let me get it. And that's why I got it too. I'm like, all right, I can't work anymore. Yeah. Now? Like what?
And that's
all right. I guess I have to get it, right? So I'm going to get it. Now they're like, oh, it doesn't matter if you have it.
Unfortunately, I feel like you
got to wear a mask anyway.
That's the sad part is like most people I know got the shot because they were forced to.
Yeah.
Whether their job forced them to, whether their spouse forced them to, whether their parents forced them to. Somebody influenced them that you have to do this.
Yeah.
It's not because they wanted to. It's not because they felt like, oh, this is going to save my life. It was because like, oh, I got coerced into it.
Yeah.
And
it sucks.
I feel like that's for the most part everybody. Like don't get me wrong, there's some people who just like took hook, line, and sinker, like whatever Fauci was saying and whatever the fuck on TV, and they were like, oh, I gotta get the fucking job. But like I feel like for people with a fucking brain with like 5 brain cells left,
like some common sense, like normal.
If you're not a fucking complete bozo who can imagine knowing nothing, then you should probably have an idea that like that's the way it is.
Yep.
You know? But yeah. I put you on the dabs.
That's facts.
You've been getting heavy onto the dabs. It's legal here now. That's another thing that changed in the past few years. If you asked me 2 years ago if we would have the best cannabis laws in the entire world right now, pretty much, I'd be like, dude, you're fucking out of your mind. I'd be like, bro, you're fucking lost.
I thought it was never going to happen, to be honest.
I thought it would happen, but not to this degree. And here's the thing. There's still all sorts of bureaucratic fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's going to take
forever.
It's going to take a lot longer than they said it was going to take. It's going to be a whole fucking ordeal. It's going to be a red tape city.
Yeah.
It's going to be but there's really nowhere else in America right now wherever you could smoke a cigarette, you could smoke a fucking joint.
Yeah.
And we could do that. And that's like, it says a lot.
It's fire.
I mean,
it's just fire.
A couple of the things that they did was great. Allowing pretty much everybody to have 6 to 12 plants, depending on how many people are in the house, and do your own thing. I think that's great. I think that's important. That everybody should have that right. If you want to grow a couple fucking plants in your house,
I would love
you should be able to grow a couple plants.
I'd love to, but my wife would fucking kill me.
Also, like not only is that like a good fun hobby and like rewarding, but it would also save people a ton of money. I mean, think about people who smoke fucking an ounce a week.
Yeah.
And if you're growing yourself, you're saving yourself a ton of money.
Ton of money.
You know?
Yep.
So, I think that's important. And then, the way that they structured the business side of it, it seems like they're doing the right thing. They did the social equity built into it and a bunch of other things that like are just kind of like the right thing to do. And I'm pretty happy with it. And like I said, if you asked me any time in the history of my life as an adult, if we would have these laws here, like better than California, better than Colorado, I'd be like, dude, you're nuts.
They've been doing it for a while too, those states.
I mean, they are. I mean, that's what we're smoking right now.
It's crazy. And I had so you hooked me up with some stuff, some 710. This other guy here, the Hash Company, he had some like white papaya that I had the other time.
Yeah, I mean,
it was pretty good.
Listen,
I enjoyed
bro,
it.
There's tons of people making good hash rosin. And if you don't know about hash rosin, imagine knowing nothing. Hash rosin,
I didn't know shit until you, so yeah.
Hash rosin for most people is, they've never even heard of it. Even smokers, like guys I know who've been smoking for 30 years, they never heard of hash rosin. They've heard of hash. They never heard of hash rosin, or they've heard of rosin, but not hash rosin. And, the difference there is basically that, all right, so regular rosin, they use heat and pressure to extract the concentrated form of what we're smoking in cannabis.
Okay.
And
drop some knowledge on me, Tone.
Hash rosin is basically where they make very high-end bubble hash, which is like an older way of making good hash. And they'll take that hash and then use heat and pressure on the hash to extract the rosin directly from that. And that, in my opinion, is the cleanest, safest, most efficient, best way to smoke. It's because when you're vaporizing it, first off, there's no carcinogen involved. You're not actually burning. It's vaporizing.
It's clean.
It's much cleaner in general. But if you're using like a clean hash rosin, something that's like super, really official clean, it just doesn't get better than that. You could feel it when you're smoking. You're like, this is
night and day.
This does nothing wrong to me. You could feel it. Like this does. You can hold it in your lungs. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't burn. It's just, this is beautiful. This is great. I enjoy it.
Facts.
I mean, you know me. I've been smoking since like
forever.
15, 16 years old.
Forever.
And but for me, it took, probably about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, we found out about concentrates. And that was when there was a lot of BHO, which is butane hash oil. And they were literally just blowing butane through tubes, ripping it through dirt weed, and just trying to pull out whatever kind of THC. And we were smoking disgusting shit.
Fucking people up,
That shit was really not healthy. It was like, we were like an experimental time that got us to this point. And we were definitely guinea pigs. Like, 100% we were guinea pigs. And I know we were like idiots for doing it. But like back then, it was like a new, exciting thing. We had to try it. We had to see what was up. I mean, it was stupid. But
he said it was stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
but
how
when you're kids.
And also, that's how we get to this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
now we're at now we have an electronic rig that you set the temperature on your phone.
It's stupid.
And yeah, I mean, you press a button and you get a dab. I mean, when we first started dabbing, it was torches with big titanium nails and domes, and it was like, it was a disaster. It was a mess.
I'm happy I didn't have to experience that, but that's a whole nother experience, though.
Yeah, and I'm still into the beer. I know you fell off on the beer a little bit, which is smart. You're doing good. You're healthier. I started only drinking on the weekend recently since the new year. That's my new thing. Is because I was drinking 5-6 nights a week, and like
same.
That's no good.
I get it.
Too much anything is no good. I try not to even smoke too much. Like just the right. I try to keep everything in moderation now, and I just got back in the gym finally because they lifted the mask mandate.
Oh,
and,
that's good shit.
Yeah, it's feeling good. It's feeling good getting back into it because it sucked. Like at first, the gym was completely closed.
Yeah,
and then you go back to the gym. They open the gym. You have to wear the mask, and you're trying to run on the treadmill, and you're fucking sucking in the fucking air. In your mask. Dying. Well, yeah, it feels like shit.
I was at Planet Fitness with the mask on, and like
it sucked, dude. And it got really. It beat me up, man. It got really like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. So I started working out outside. And I was like, playing basketball, taking runs around the block, 3-mile run.
Yeah, just
going to the field, playing lacrosse, like doing whatever I could to stay active outdoors while the pandemic was still going on.
Yeah.
And then the winter hit.
Yeah.
The first winter.
The fuck? This
the
winter
first
was
winter.
Crazy. Yeah.
And now this winter was a whole nother one because like basically since Halloween, like I just been doing like nothing, dude. And then like New Year hit and I was like, I gotta get back in the gym. And they were still making you wear the mask. But then, like the first week I started going back, I saw people not wearing the mask. I'm like, am I not? And I took it off and nobody said nothing.
Bro, some businesses still require it. Like I went to Best Buy the other day and they're like, you can't even come in
Which is crazy because I feel like you are turning down business. You know, there's like extremists on both sides who are like, "Oh, I'm never shopping here again."
Yeah, they support the mask or they don't support the mask.
I mean, they're
both
fucking
sides.
peasants, but still, you're losing business. It's like, you know,
I get it. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I feel like, I mean, let's put it this way. I went to the bagel store the other day, and like the people behind the counter weren't even wearing a mask. I was like, this is like refreshing.
Yeah.
Like we're back. We're getting back to normal. Hopefully, you know, we're past the worst of it.
I think so.
I think that's.
I think
where we're at.
Once this warm weather comes through this time around, I think
we got really lucky with the Omicron shit because that's like a really weak strain where it seeds like you get like a fucking runny nose and that's it.
That's it, yeah, and then
you're good. And that really flattened the curve. Like I don't think we needed any of the other shit. We just needed Omicron. If we all just like had Omicron early, like we would have not needed nothing, bro. Everybody would have been like, oh, like we're good.
I thought this was going to be over in 2 weeks. 2 years later.
Well, that's the crazy part is the 2 week flattened the curve and then it turned into 2 months and now it's 2 fucking years, bro. Like, I mean, they took away 2 years of fucking kids' lives. Kids didn't graduate. Kids didn't start kindergarten. Like, think about that, bro. It's fucking I got
wild. Little ones in school. She wears a mask every day. Like
it's unprecedented. It really is.
Like, we didn't grow up like that.
I really pray that these kids get a normal fucking life from here on out and don't have to deal with this shit because it's really fucked up. When you really think about it, it's fucked up.
I agree.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And we're cursing on this show. We're smoking on this show.
Yeah, we're just doing.
If they're gonna demonetize us, we don't give a shit. We're doing us. There's no set dates when we release. There's no set time limits.
Yeah.
We're gonna have guests. We're not gonna have guests. It is what it is.
You may listen. If you're soft and you get offended easy, you may be in the wrong place.
Yeah, this is definitely like if you watch like let's call it Tim Dillon and you're like really offended by that, this is not going to be much better. It's definitely not going to be. It's going to be like slightly more civilized, a little more like conscious about being over the top, but it's going to be like
we don't want to get banned.
We're not going to.
But we maybe want to be on that line of ban, not ban. Like we just want to be around there.
I'm just gonna be myself, whether I like it or not.
But like,
and that's it.
If you're upset and soft, you get like, oh, he just said that. Like this, it's probably not the best show. You know, we're just having some fun.
Yeah,
just talking some shit.
I think this is gonna turn into once we get more in the groove in, we have guests and like concepts for. Oh,
good. There's no smoke alarm in here.
I was about to say. That's gonna get.
It's getting smoky in here.
Yeah, bro.
Like, where the fuck's the alarm at?
I don't even remember what I was saying, but I think pretty much what I was saying was
offending
like
people and
like once we have concepts for episodes and we're gonna dial everything in.
Yeah.
I feel like, we could keep this going. We could maybe, maybe once a week, maybe once every other week.
That'd be cool.
In that range, like no set date, not like every Wednesday we drop. Like
you just gotta follow it enough.
Whatever the fuck works.
That's it.
When we got time, when we can figure it out, when we can give you something quality, we'll give it to you. If we record something and it's trash, we ain't gonna give it to you, bro.
Well, we're definitely not putting out doo-doo.
Yeah,
like
no,
100% not happening.
I'll waste an episode that week. I don't care.
Yeah, we're not putting out dog shit.
Yeah, like we're gonna come here with Dad. We'll talk bullshit, talk about some current shit, and that's really it. Like that's what we're doing here. This isn't a concept show. This is just like hear them, like me rant about pretty much everything, and you,
and you know
butting in.
And you know what's funny? When you hit me up the other day, you're like, "Stop being a lazy fuck. I'm tired. I have a lot to say.
I'm fucking tired. I got
He's
things
like,
to
can
talk
we fucking
about,
start the podcast back up? I'm like, all right, fuck it. Why didn't you message me 2 years ago?
Well, you said shit to me before that a couple times here. They made little mentions of it.
Yeah, I did. Because it was in the back of my mind.
And then I had a couple other
but
people.
I wasn't ready to commit to it yet.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I still have a lot of shit going on. I still do. But
I had a lot going on. We still do have a lot going on.
But now I know
now it's like, listen, I think we can make a fucking little hour slot once a week for this.
Yeah.
We'll try to.
Why not?
We'll do our best.
I think so. I think it'll be good.
Listen, like I said, there's a lot of things that we could get into very frequently about tons of different topics that, a lot of people don't get into as deep as I get into shit.
Yeah.
Some people just brush the surface of everything they see in this world, and that's perfectly fine for them. That's not what I do.
Yeah, you know sometimes I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and I just let you preach a little bit.
Yeah, because like I dig into shit. Like I have to know how it works. Like we were just talking about fucking cannabis, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like even with that shit, like I can't even smoke something if I don't know what it is, and not like I have to know the genetics, the lineage of the genetics. I have to know what those are. Whether there's like, is this a sativa? Is it a hybrid? Is it an indica? Is this going to put me to bed? Is this going to make me give me some energy like a cup of coffee? What is this going to do for me? Because there's a lot of different fucking things.
I noticed
things
that
can do.
every strand is a little
and you have
different.
to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You have to know what you. The genetics are super important. Even how it's grown is super important. What you want to know is like, who's growing it? Like, do you trust that motherfucker? Is it just like some?
Is he growing it out of his toilet, or
well,
like what's
there's a
going
lot
on
of people who just put a bunch of garbage into the plant. They churn out as much as they can and just don't even flush it and sell it to you and say fuck you. They don't care about your health.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't care about anything besides making a profit. Like that's that's not what a connoisseur is looking for.
Yeah,
I'm a connoisseur of everything I love.
I agree. That's factual.
And that's why I dig into everything so deep is because if I love something, I have to know everything about it. I have to know how it works. I got to know everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, curiosity will kill the cat with me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I get the same way. Like with filming video,
exactly.
like I need to know like, in that scene of that movie, like how the fuck did they do that? That looks crazy.
Anybody who's good at anything they do has to have that kind of somewhat of a mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're not like passionate about what you're doing, you're not going to do anything
Facts.
good.
That's with anything.
Facts.
Yeah, that's just with anything though.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I agree.
Like taking another dab right now.
Shit. I'm good on the dabs. I got
you took
two.
3. I took whatever.
Yeah.
I'm taking dabs.
Yeah, whatever. Just do your thing, man. Is that the same lemon?
It is.
It is? Nice.
I usually, if it's like really good what I'm smoking, I'll let it rock twice. So I hit the button twice on one dab and I'll rip it twice.
Okay. Gotcha. Sometimes I like double.
It has to be really good though.
Sometimes I double tap like 3 times.
Okay, so you'll hit it 3 times. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I usually I'm mopping it after 2 usually on most
Okay.
occasions.
All right.
Sometimes
Most of the time
I'm only
like,
doing just one. Like I'm like, it's probably.
Yeah.
Depends on how big the dab is.
Sometimes I'll be on the app like this, 10 seconds plus 10 seconds plus 10 seconds, and then I'll put that heat.
I will say the Puff Pro. I mean, they're not sponsored. Nobody's sponsored us.
Nah. Even if they were, they have nothing in stock anyway. So
yeah, and that's as a company they pretty much haven't been great through the pandemic.
Yeah.
Which it's tough for everybody right now.
I know they're hanging on.
But
I hope they make it though.
This is some product.
Fire.
I've had all the Puffcos since they came out. Like this Pro, dude. It's
I've
game
never
changer.
I've never used anything else. You put me on. I was like, yo, listen, Tone, what do I get? You said get this, and this. Say less. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, and you never had.
I don't know nothing better or worse. So that's the shit, though. I love it. It's fucking awesome. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody at some points of their life could benefit from weed.
I think so.
And the thing is, it's a matter of not knowing how to.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's a matter. It's a matter of imagine knowing nothing.
Yeah.
Because most of these people are like, oh, like it makes me this, it makes me that. That was one shitty weed that you smoked from your fucking Uncle Donnie.
Donnie, this guy's.
And Uncle Donnie has trash. Yeah. Okay. And he gave you a strong sativa when you're a fucking lightweight smoker and you smoked a half a fucking blunt with Uncle Donnie and then you had a little fucking anxiety and now you don't like weed. If I give you a nice fucking 2 hits of fucking indica at night, you're not going to feel anxiety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Most people aren't. I mean, it's 99% of humanity is going to take 2 hits of an indica at night and be like, wow, like I could go like sit on the couch and watch a movie and pass out.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
It's great.
It is.
Get the best night's sleep ever.
The thing is, people need to realize that this is much more complex than even like the full science knows about it.
Yeah.
That's the truth. The truth is we don't fully understand how it all works.
There's not enough research on
there needs to be more
cannabis.
and that's a great point. There needs
because it's illegal. So how are they researching shit that's illegal like that?
Well, it's a big problem.
More often.
It's a huge problem in this country that the fucking plant that grows from the ground that's literally one of the most beneficial plants for so many different ailments.
Yep.
So many people, millions and millions and millions of people benefit from around the world, and it's literally scheduled worse than like cocaine. Which, like, people are taking one sniff of this shit and dying of a fentanyl overdose, and that is less than weed.
Yep.
I mean, cannabis needs to start getting looked at in a different way. We have to stop letting the politicians control the narrative on this. And I think like there really needs to be an uprising of the people and being like, yo, like, enough of this shit. It's 2020 fucking two.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up.
Yep.
Fully legalize it nationally.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, here's the thing, like, it shouldn't even be taxed because that's straight theft. And especially with a natural plant that grows from the ground, you shouldn't be taxing a fucking plant that grows from the ground. Like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. But anyway.
I see where you're coming from.
You know what I mean? Like, I could grow tomatoes in my backyard and, like, sell them at a fucking, what are those things called?
Like a farm market.
Yeah, like a farmer's market. And, like, they're not taxing me 10% on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should be the same fucking thing, period.
Yeah.
And it's like, you allow people to fucking drink and drive every single night, taking fucking, Oxycontin and driving every single day, but you're letting people go to jail over a fucking plant that could grow in your backyard.
Yeah.
Like, we need to grow the fuck up. I think everybody in the world who's both smoked and drank know, like, oh, drinking's definitely worse.
Dude, yeah.
It's not even a question. You know for a fact, like, if you've done both, 100%.
100%.
So we need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
And we need to stop letting, like, it's a dictatorship and we act like it's a democracy. It's not. People need to stop worrying about red and blue and worry about green.
Yeah.
And I mean that, like, on a double entendre, pun intended, whole nine. Like,
that's it.
Yeah, because, like,
I mean, we put it that way.
We got to all find a middle ground on everything, man. We all need to find a middle ground on everything. Everybody it's a paradigm for everything in this world. It's, like, pathetic. I'm so sick of these fucking bozos. And, like, they really need to, like, I don't know, either get beat.
Something needs to happen.
And, like, here's the thing. Like,
what about, like,
here's
assassination?
The thing. I'm going to bring this back up, right?
Assassination.
And you know what's funny? Here's what's funny. Back in the day, it was, like, so easy. They just killed everybody. They didn't care. JFK, Malcolm X, name it. They killed everybody. Oh, they had problems. We just kill them.
Yeah.
Right? They can't do it. Or, like, even, like, back in the day, like, child rapists and, like, sick fucks like that, bro. They just beat the shit out of them, kill them. That was it. Nobody gave a shit. Scoop them to the fucking side of the road.
Yeah.
We can't do that now. Everybody's socially, politically correct, blah, blah, blah.
You can't even tell a joke. You can't even be a comedian anymore. You
can't even say what I'm saying right now. People are going to get offended, right?
No one's going to like you.
But guess what? But guess what? Those people need fucking lobotomies. Like, and that is humane. That's the most humane way. Think of a more... Here's an honest question I've been asking people. And people, like, a lot of them are going to think I'm nuts, but I'm not. Like, what's a more humane way to deal with those kind of people? I think there's a line with everything in this world. Like, there's always a line. Like, there's like a fucking, even if it's a thin line or a bold line or a middle line, there's always like a certain size line that people can agree, like, okay, there's a line there. Like, if you cross that line, it's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
There's certain things in this world, murder and fucking these kind of things. There's certain things that we could all agree on are fucked up, right? And that shouldn't be tolerated in any sense of the way, right? You have second, third, fourth, fifth time offenders doing these crazy fucking things over and over again. And what are we doing? Spending more money on them?
Yep.
No. Drill them in the frontal lobe and stick them in a fucking locker. And that's call it a day. That's humane. That's the most humane. He'll be sitting there reading his comic book, happy as a pig and shit, won't even know what's going on in the world, and he won't be harming anybody. You know? He's going to get it. Seriously. It's better than a jail. It's better than any of the shit. They don't get rehabilitated in jail. They find other fucking perverts and they hang out with them.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, and the city, forget it. New York is a fucking joke right now.
God.
They just let you out. The whole bail reform thing, they just let you out. You could do basically whatever you want. And they're just like, fucking get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, you come to court, and then no one comes to court, and then now they're just kicking everybody's doors in, trying to fucking grab everybody out because, like, so what are we doing? We're just wasting money, wasting resources, fucking up the whole city, letting fucking these people back on the street every fucking day. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, there's got to be certain lines that we're like, okay, this is fucked up and we're not letting this shit happen anymore. So give them fucking lobotomies, dude. That's the most... There should be like a 3-strike rule. 3 strikes and a lobotomy.
3 strikes and a lobotomy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We need to make merch. 3 strikes and a lobotomy.
T-shirt. Nice little tee or something like that.
Yeah, a little hat, a tee, something. Yeah, we'll have a fucking website. We'll link it in the fucking comments eventually. Hit that smash button. Smash that like button.
3 strikes, lobotomy.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're not doing none of that corny shit. We can't be doing that corny shit on this podcast, bro. That shit's starting to bother me, man. Everybody does the same thing. It's the same line. Like, hey, guys. Like, you know, they all start the podcast with, hey guys, and they all end it with, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, comment, let me know down in the comment section if we should make merch. Like, you know, like, bro, I'm not doing this corny shit.
First of all, people will do what they know. Like, people been around on YouTube to know to fucking subscribe to somebody.
My point is this: if they're gonna fucking subscribe, they're gonna fucking subscribe. And if they're not gonna subscribe, they're not gonna subscribe because you said hit that smash like that button. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like they know. Listen, YouTube's been around forever.
Imagine knowing nothing.
Imagine people been subscribing to people since fucking that shit exists. How long? I don't even know how old YouTube is.
Imagine not having a 710 Labs pen.
It's true. It's true. Imagine. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm straight on the cannabis right now.
I need to.
I'm just good. I'm in a good place.
We need to start talking about who we're going to bring in here. I want to get some people, you know, at least.
Let me know in the comments below who you want to see on the next episode.
No. There's some local people who are very interesting that I know.
Yeah.
Who we have some really good conversations with, some like real characters, and
it could be anything.
Well, yeah, well,
it doesn't have to be.
I just know guys who we can bring in here
that are just cool dudes.
Listen, you have to understand, we're from Long Island, bro. Yeah. You get a wide array of people out here, and I'm friends with a wide array of people out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you could get some we get some good conversations in here. You know?
I think so.
So I feel like what we'll do here is basically lay out a bunch of names, get them all down on a calendar. Eventually, you come this day, you come this day, whatever. We'll bang out some episodes. We'll have some conversations. We'll try to figure it out as we go.
Yeah, why not?
And I mean, listen, are we going to talk about the things we like? Absolutely. But are we going to talk about like things that are important or just current events and like
could
shit
be
like
current
that?
events, could be, I don't know, I thought of something yesterday and I thought it was something cool to talk about. I don't know.
But there's no rules here. Yeah. It's open format on every aspect.
Yeah, we do whatever.
That's what we like. Is like is like this is just free flowing. There is no fucking script. This is just real shit. It's all about real shit.
We didn't even talk about what we were going to talk about.
Well, yeah, no, we didn't.
We just started rolling. And started talking shit.
That's the thing is, you hit record, you're like, oh, we're recording. Like, we didn't even really start the episode. Like, we were just like, all right, like, we're gonna start talking and see where it goes.
Yeah, exactly. You know? I think that's a good idea. We'll let it roll for now and see what makes of it. You know,
that's all we could do, bro. I mean, there's a lot of people who have been asking me for it. You know, listen, I send voice notes on chats and stuff like that. Good. And
the voice notes are just too
literally people
good.
Like. Oh, just like they wake up like I just hope I get B-tone voice.
I hope I get it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, he sent a voice message and it was I don't even know what it was. It was like an accident or something. It was just nothing.
Yeah, but like you get excited.
Yeah, I was like, yo, because you're fired. Listen, if you get B-tone to the point where he's fucking sending you a voice message, he's fucking hot. He's ready to go. So when you know you got a voice message, you're about to get fucking smacked.
Yeah, it's like when
you're about to get
Angelo
smacked up.
Posts like some shitty Italian food. You know I'm
listen,
triggered.
When I drop the raw meat in the sauce first.
Oh my God. I told you about that for so long.
Yo, you and everyone else on my fucking Facebook.
People do that though. It's sickening. It's repulsive. I don't know what they think.
I don't know. Like,
you gotta brown your fucking meatballs.
Listen, it's been a fucking. That's the way I've done it forever.
You brown them and then you put them in the fucking sauce.
And there's no shame in my game. That's how I've done it forever, and that's how my mother's done it, and that's how. Listen, it may not be.
She was wrong.
She was wrong. Yo, listen, my mom's. She's gonna slap me for that.
Listen.
I see where you're coming from for like the brown meat.
You got to brown everything. You brown the brajol, you brown the fucking sausage, you brown the meatballs, you throw it all in the pot.
Next pot of sauce. Next pot of sauce. I'm gonna do
for like a month.
For like a month.
Which is this is another thing. Don't you love it? Like over time, these new people come out and everybody always compares me to them, right? First, I existed before there was a Jonah Hill, but when I was a kid, it was like, oh, like you're just like Jonah Hill. You look like Jonah Hill. You remind me of Jonah Hill. You joke like Jonah Hill, right? It was all about the Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Then fucking Action Bronson came along, and then it was like, oh, dude, you're like Action Bronson. I'm like, no, like I've been around. Like I rapped before he ever rapped. Like, what do you mean? I was making beats when this guy was never rapping.
Dude, I remember he used to make the beats.
Yeah, man. But he didn't. I remember when he started rapping, and he would brag about it when he started rapping. Like, yeah, like I just started rapping. And he was good off rip.
Yeah, yes.
And you know, even I think in not his like very beginning, but like in his prime, let's call it, which was like 2012, call it. I want to say 2014 ish.
Okay.
dude, he was wild creative and stuff, and I've respected him, but like I never compare myself to him, but like other people do. Like even I don't know. Bottom line is this.
What are they like? Were they comparing the way you look or your personality?
Both. I think both.
Oh.
And now, I've heard people
Okay.
like, oh, this Kid Cugini reminds me of you. Like, oh, the Kid Cugine. I'm like, the Kid Cugini's he's a fake ass Italian.
I don't think you look like Cugine at all.
I know. Well, first off, I'm double his size. The kid looks like he weighs 145 pounds.
You guys have totally different personalities.
He has a weird.
He's got the
situation.
Ratatouille face.
He's a funny.
He's a funny guy.
He's a funny kid.
Funny guy.
He's a funny kid.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of videos. I've enjoyed him, but sometimes he's a try hard. He's trying a little hard.
He's riding the wave from Side Talk. So I mean,
listen,
he was on there. He's riding the wave.
Yeah, and I don't blame him.
I do the same.
I don't blame him. They have a nice little crew over there.
Yeah.
They got a nice little crew going.
Yeah, they got a nice little thing going on over there.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I followed it from the beginning. I seen the progression of it.
Yeah, it was good to watch. Local.
I like how Nems had his come up. Nems got a little limelight now. He's getting his
he's getting his money,
getting his numbers in.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
He's getting his hoodie orders in.
I mean, here's the thing. I've had people lately call me Nems too. Oh, it's like Nems. You reminds me of you. Like, bro,
I could see the Jonah Hill a little bit.
It's not always look, bro. It's like
I'm just saying look. And I can see
always act
when
like
you had the beard out to
people always
here.
act like I'm copying someone else's gimmick when I've been the same person my whole life, and these people just pop up left and right. Now suddenly I'm like them. I don't know how that works.
I don't get it.
It's annoying, but imagine knowing nothing.
Some people say I look like Helsinki from Money Heist.
Wow.
I don't know.
Not really.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I got the bald head though, so I don't know.
I don't think I look like not one of the people I named, but people.
I could see Jonah Hill a little.
What about DJ Khaled? I get this all the time.
No,
all the time.
Not
I
one
get DJ
bit.
Khaled.
They don't know shit.
When I had a beard,
imagine knowing nothing,
and I wasn't gray yet. It was just like, oh, are you DJ Khaled? Am I DJ Khaled, bro?
No.
Yeah, I know.
No, I don't see it.
I don't either.
I saw the Bronson when you had the long hair, long beard vibe going, because at one point, physically, I'd say you looked similar, but not the same. But I don't
even similar.
Very tiny. It's
fat guys.
But anybody could say that. I could look like Bronson with a big beard and long hair. Like,
I know, but they're never gonna say it. Again, that's
you
why
look
I'm
like
saying
Bronson.
It's more than just the look. It's like they feel like it's a gimmick or something.
Nah,
like
I don't think so, man. They don't. They haven't known you. Like I've known you since high school. So
that's my point.
Yeah,
though. My point is that I get compared to a lot of people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I get it.
And lately, the most recent one is the Kid Cugine, because like I go out, I eat, I critique everything, I talk shit, yada blah blah blah.
Yeah, but that's a food reviewer,
and I say
be called a food reviewer. I say
then,
little
right? Italian fucking
but you've been doing that forever.
But that's my thing. But now, just because he's popular, now it's automatic.
You're a copycat.
So I'm just waiting in the comment. You guys go right ahead in the comments.
Yeah, in the comments, right?
There's gonna be all sorts of shit. Oh, blah blah blah, da da da. Wait, you know what I mean? Yeah. They're not even gonna be up to this point in the podcast. I'm hitting the mic. They're not even going to be up to this point of the podcast, and they're going to be already typing.
No, they already got. No one's even watching right now because they're probably mad that what we said a while ago, like what was it, 40 minutes ago?
We need to get a deal with Spotify, so there is no comment section. And I just want to go straight Joe Rogan status off rip. Like, just give me a fucking Spotify exclusive.
Yeah,
sign me up because I don't want to fucking even deal with YouTube. YouTube is like, bro, dude, I'm done with Facebook.
That'd be way easier work. We could literally just have two microphones Twitter, and no cameras.
All these fucking places, all these social media cesspools. They're fucking. It's a disgrace right now.
It really is.
Like, bro, you can't say nothing.
No, not one thing.
I get banned on Facebook every other day for something I said fucking 10 years ago.
Dude, that's crazy.
They're pulling, and it's like stupid shit too. It's not even like I've said way worse.
It's like the innuendo that they get you for.
Yes, 100%.
You know what I'm
something
saying?
Stupid.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. Everything's a threat. Everything's bullying.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's like,
you can't.
It's like, watch what
you can't
don't
make fun of your
that.
friends. You can't even make fun of your friends. Like, we're joking together. You can't even make fun of your friend. You're gonna tell me the context of the joke. I can't deal with this shit, bro. That's why YouTube, like, they're gonna demonetize us all this shit. I don't care. I'm saying what I want. I'm doing what I want. Lobotomies.
It's crazy, bro. Like, there's so much. Like, people can't even like fight each other anymore. Like, we used to fight each other. Back in high school, you fist fight, and then your boys the next day.
You shake hands after.
Yeah, that shit it's all gone. It's all gone.
Yeah, I mean,
there's none of that no more.
Yeah, or I don't know, bro. There's a thing.
Those are the good days.
There's a thin line between like pride of people and like ego. of people. And those two are both bad things when you have excess of either. And a lot of people have excess of both. And it's like now, because of how soft everything got and how like, you know, everybody's like so protected by even like words on the internet. Like, I don't know, dude. Back in the day when I grew up, my parents always said like sticking stones break bones, words don't hurt, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, get over it. It's a word. Like,
same shit.
Like you gotta have thicker skin than that in this world, bro. And I think that's good because like you grow up and you like you have some dignity. Yeah. These kids like just throw all dignity out the window and it's like, oh, he said something mean to me and like report it to like Facebook or YouTube. Like, and then everything's cancel culture.
It's
everything.
crazy.
It's gotten nuts. Dude.
No one. Yeah, it's the joking's over.
The past 2 years has gotten worse too. Like COVID has definitely made everything worse. That's for sure.
Yeah, because everyone was under a microscope at that point. There was nothing else to do, but everyone went on the internet.
The other thing is there's finally starting to be like a slight shift. I feel like over the past 2 years because of this. This is the only good thing. That's one of the only good things that's come out of this dumb shit. Is like there has been some shift with the way people get their news and shit. Like a lot of people were like just stuck on like whatever they watch. Fox News, CNN News, ABC News, whatever the fuck they watch. They watch that every night. That's where they get their information from and they trust it 100%. Yeah. A lot of people now I feel like have no choice but to like take a look in the mirror and be like, should I really be trusting everything? Whatever I hear on fucking CNN or Fox News? No, these people all have an agenda.
Some people don't even trust that. They trust the Facebook over that.
I know, and that's another that's a whole nother issue.
Donna like, down the block posted so and so.
You have to understand there's money behind any of this shit, which means that there's corporate interest behind any of this shit, which means like whatever the narrative that they're telling you is skewed in some way, whether it be small, big. Yeah, there's a skew.
I believe that
there is. There's a skew of some sort.
I think a lot of people would agree.
There's a way they write and say and announce things.
Manipulation.
Yeah, for their own benefit in some way. And like there's no stopping that besides like a Joe Rogan. Yeah. And like Joe Rogan, you got to give the guy a shit ton of credit. Like where he's gotten himself today from what he was. I remember when he was on fucking Fear Factor. I remember going to Cortland and being at the bar and watching like Fear Factor and
scorpions
being like,
and shit. That's crazy,
bro. And like now he's like literally like the
big
number one figure. He's like Howard Stern times a million.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Times a million.
Yeah.
And
the reach is unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's really impressive, but it's great for everyone because like it inspires people like us and everybody else because now there's everybody and their mother has a fucking podcast now. And that's a good thing though. There should be you listen to whoever the fuck you want to listen to, not just Fox News or not fucking your Facebook feed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta
have a more open mind and listen, that's what no matter what who I'm around, like I try to bring at least a different perspective to the table. Most people don't have my perspective. Yeah. I don't have your perspective. And this is how
that's what makes us beautiful, man.
You got to break bread though. You got to be willing to break bread and listen to both sides of the table. And like I said before, meet in the middle a little bit. Or there's going to be no progress, bro. We're going back in time, bro. It's one step forward, 2 steps back at this point. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Or if you disagree, who gives a fuck? Cool. Yeah. Disagree, and then, like, we still could be friends.
I feel like, bro,
who fucking
it's
cares?
Scary. Like, you know that movie back in the day? What was it called? Idiocracy. Do you remember
I heard
that
of
movie?
it. Nah, I never seen it.
Bro, you got to watch that movie because it's scary, dude. Like, it's basically, this is the premise of the movie. People go so far ahead in technology in the future that they become dumber, way dumber, dumb to the point where they're fucking like just completely brain dead. Like they all lobotomized.
Oh my God.
They're like, it's like everybody's lobotomized, right? And I really, truly feel like that movie was so ahead of its time. It's like the fucking 1984 of our generation.
Jeez.
Because it's literally, it's like The Simpsons, bro. It predicted the future. Like we didn't have cell phones in our hands, supercomputers back in our hand.
No, not at all.
When that movie came out. No. And now, like, we literally, these kids grow up with a supercomputer in their hand 24 hours a day, and they're all as dumb as rocks. I mean, is it an education problem? Yes. There's definitely problems, flaws in the education system. That's 100%.
Yeah.
But it's also a matter of, like, oh, they want to watch TikToks all day.
All day.
And that's not helping anyone. Yeah. Like, bro, and that's another thing. Like, this is what we promote. Oh, we are promoting to people.
Yeah.
Like, people, all they care about is TikTok views and TikTok videos and all this dumb shit. None of this shit matters, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't.
None of this shit matters.
When you get older, you realize it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but no, the thing is, most people, even people our age, a lot of people, they think it matters. They think it revolves around their entire life.
I know, because I don't. They're living in another world.
A lot of people live in their own little world,
Yeah.
and these people need lobotomies.
I mean, I do like to live in my own little world sometimes, though, man.
Listen, bro.
You know,
that's cool. Like, very for like a weekend in.
no, but like I don't like when I say that. Like I don't watch the news.
No, but
I don't
you know what I mean. There's
don't
people who literally live in a bubble that they created.
Yeah,
yeah. Like everything's perfect,
bad. Like
or everything.
Wonder Boy, right?
A lot of
is
people,
that the name of the movie?
I don't know if it's a Disney complex or like a fucking. I don't know what it is. Like what they created is, but there's certain people in this world who just create this little like make believe world that they live in, and and I'm like, bro, like how do you not live in actual reality every day?
Yeah, I agree. I
There's
agree with that.
And that's a line that I feel like people cross is like, yeah, do that for like a weekend and like take a personal weekend.
Yeah,
like, cool, bro.
Yeah.
But like you can't live your life like that.
Yeah, it gets a little wild. Like nothing's
because
ever
the
happening.
world's filled with fucking sociopaths and narcissists and fucking brain dead fucking scumbags, and they all need fucking lobotomies. Like we need to start a list of the type of infractions that will give you a lobotomy. Like 3 times, letting your kid play in traffic, lobotomy.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, are you serious? Like, look at the people who are having kids
3 strikes
too.
and a lobotomy.
No, but 3 strikes and a lobotomy.
Yeah.
How many times are we going to let people like have kids and then just be terrible humans to them?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think here's another controversial subject I'll bring up first episode.
Oh God, here we go. This is where the band comes.
There needs to be licenses to have children, I think. We could drive a car with no license and get arrested, but you could just pop out 6 kids and be not fit at all to have those kids and not need a license for it. How does that make sense in this world, in this overpopulated shithole world?
I mean,
I think I make a pretty fair point.
I think it's a valid point.
I think like there should be like some kind of like a mortgage paperwork that you have to take out like to have a kid. Like, are you fit to financially support, emotionally support, like physically support, however, whatever, all the basic needs a kid's going to need. Are you able to fulfill these things or no?
Yeah.
If no, then you get a check no, like you didn't get the mortgage, right?
Yeah.
Like, but that you know what I mean?
You're kind of selling me on it right now.
That and lobotomies, I think
you're selling me a little bit on it.
Those are my 2 points that like, yeah, are they crazy, wild things? And you know me, like I like to think outside the box. Are they wild things that I've thought outside of the box? Yes, absolutely. But the more I think about those wild things and the more I have these conversations with people, the more I'm like, it's not that crazy at all. In fact, it makes a lot more sense than like what we're doing now.
Okay. All right. I mean, like, I see where you're coming from.
How are you going to argue me? I would love to debate somebody on this. Like, give me one more humane way to deal with, let's say, a child rapist than to just lobotomize them and stick them in a hole.
Yeah.
Is there a better way to deal with that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments.
You know what I mean? and should people just be able to pop out 6, 7, 8 kids in 2022?
I don't think they should be able to, but how? I don't know.
But not be able to take care of them? No, they probably shouldn't be able to do that. So maybe there should be some kind of...
it's not fair to the kid.
No,
sure.
I think we're too far along in humanity to not take that into account.
Yeah.
Is like, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know, that's where the abortion thing starts to come in, and then like that gets touchy too.
And it gets
now certain people have a
women's
very
rights and
and my thing is this, like I feel like there's like a big line there too.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between like a 6-month-old baby in a stomach and like a 5-week-old embryo. Like
shit, you're really gonna get us banned, huh?
No, but I'm just saying, I feel like there's a line.
It's been great, people.
There's a fucking line.
It's been great.
There's a line.
I hear
we all know there's a line between the two.
Yeah.
It's not like an actual child. It doesn't have a heartbeat. It's not breathing. It's not taking in nutrients. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know the science behind it fully, but what I do know is like, there's a fundamental difference between like 4 or 5 weeks into a pregnancy and like,
there's
6 months.
There's a difference, but that's...
But my point is this, like, if, I don't know if it should be everybody's on birth control of some way, whether it's be men or women.
It's a touchy subject, like
it
you
is.
said.
No, but I think it's something that needs to be discussed. Like there should be maybe, I don't know. It is a touchy subject. I know a lot of religion comes into it.
Yes, a lot of things play into it.
And I understand that, but
because one string pulls the other.
But we got to use some common sense here, and like if a woman isn't fit to have a kid and she doesn't want to have a kid and it's her body and it's only been 5 weeks, I don't think it's like completely I don't think she's a child murdering piece of shit.
No,
for not having a kid. I think she probably did that kid a favor.
I think you make your own decision.
I think she probably did that kid a favor.
Make your own decision, and that's your decision.
The girl knew she wasn't gonna be a good mother. She didn't want to be a mother,
and that's your personal business.
Do you think kids?
That's me.
Do you think? Here's my rebuttal to the person who's going to argue against that. Do you think that kid should grow up with somebody who doesn't want to be their mother?
That's
probably not the best case scenario.
Because what's going to happen?
I don't think that kid's going to come out that great with a mother that doesn't want to be a mother. And there's a lot of mothers out there who don't want to be mothers, who are mothers.
And then what if she has 6 or 7 other kids?
That's a big part of, like, people talk about, like, oh, it's such a problem with, mental health in this world and the way that we treat it and handle it and blah, blah, blah. Well, it all starts somewhere. Somewhere, and most of it comes from a bad home.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Most people have any psychological problems. It comes from a bad home.
From the roots. Those are the roots.
There's a root cause of all these things.
Whether if it's something small.
It could be something small. Or it could be fucking molestation. What the fuck? It could be.
Yeah, it could be whatever.
There's a wide spectrum here. But the bottom line is, like, these things affect people. And, like, if you stop these things at the roots, then you'll stop some of this mental health issues. So start there. And then, have lobotomy rooms for these people. Yeah. Like little, 4x4 room with a bed and whatever.
Then your opinion
No,
there.
I'm all about hearing other opinions.
Big old globber. Huh?
Yeah, big old globber.
Jesus.
I'm very open to other opinions because it's good to have...
What is that? Oh, that's the creamsicle.
New inputs and perspectives to form your own opinions.
Thank you, sir.
Most other people are not open to those ideas, and they just want to be closed-minded jerk-offs with fucking little to no fucking ingenuity as far as coming up with their own real factual-based opinions. And I think that also needs to change. I think people need to start realizing that opinions should be based on facts, and you shouldn't be putting your two-bit opinion on everything if you don't have some basis behind it. And you shouldn't just have an opinion because you're a Democrat. You shouldn't just have an opinion because you're a Republican. You shouldn't have an opinion on COVID just because someone has passed. You should formulate your own opinions based on everything.
I agree.
And a lot of people aren't willing or open to do that, and I think that's a problem.
Well, a lot of the sources of information are incorrect or skewed or whatever. So, and that's what makes everyone's opinion different.
But that also turns into the conversation of, well, then you're kind of just being a sheep because we have supercomputers in our hand, and you're very capable of doing more research than taking face value of whatever you have from Ozo next door. Salute. I just hit mine, so I'm behind you. But what else, bro? What else we got to talk about here? I'm trying to think, bro. What else we got to get into before we wrap this?
Do you have any vacations planned for the upcoming year?
I do.
Totally random question.
It is a good question, though. I have a couple things coming up. So this weekend, I'm going to see a band called Goose.
Okay. What do they play?
They're kind of like a jam band, like a new school jam band, I would call them. They're not like Fish or Grateful Dead, but they are, I would say, somewhat influenced by them in their style and format and stuff like that. But they're just a good, talented band, and I've gotten into them over the pandemic a bit, and I'm gonna go see them. I just got back from Colorado. It was my first time in Colorado. I went to Denver. It was fucking dope, bro.
Sick.
Denver was really dope.
All right. I've seen a lot of, like, I had some other friends go, like the mountains, like the snow. Like,
it cool.
Looked fucking cool. Like
the scenery was cool. The city was really cool. The vibe was chill. It was like a fucking cool vibe there. There was like street art everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like, people were cool. Everything was cool. It was nice town. Clean, nice town. I went to go see Lettuce. It's like a funk band, and they played with brass tracks.
Sick.
I put you on a brass tracks.
Yeah, I have.
And they're fire. New York
City,
young kids from New York City, some up and coming cats. I think they're fire. I've been listening to them for like almost 4 or 5 years now. And I wanted to see them back then and never had an opportunity. And I made a vow, like, during the pandemic, like, the second shit opens up, I'm going to see him. I've seen him twice already. I went to Colorado to see him with Lettuce, and I saw him in New York City at Irving Plaza, and they were fire both times. But as far as upcoming shit, I'm going to see Goose at Mohegan Sun, the casino in Connecticut. Take the ferry over
It's not too far. Not
yeah,
too
take
far
the
of a
ferry
trip,
over
you know?
from Port Jeff over to Bridgeport, and it's not bad. So I'm going to check them out this weekend. And then I'm actually seeing Lettuce again. I'm not going away, but they're going to be over here at Blue Point Brewery in Patchogue.
What?
I know.
Wait, when?
You got to buy tickets, bro.
Are they still available?
Yes, and you need to buy tickets.
I need to.
Yo, let me tell you, this band is unbelievable, and the fact that they're playing at this small little fucking brewery venue on Long Island, yeah, bro. They're playing on 420. Let's fucking go.
What?
Woo! Ooh. Yeah, we doing
Bro,
this.
I just started. You put me on
my
to
girl's
Lettuce.
coming.
I've been listening.
My boy Joey's coming. You know Joe.
Skrills?
Nah, DeSanti.
Oh, yeah. Good guy. Great guy.
Joey's coming. I'm going. Probably a bunch of other boys is going. And, yeah, it's going to be 420 Fest. It's going to be dope. And then I'm going away again I'm going back to Colorado in August.
Okay.
Goose is playing at Red Rocks. And I've been dying to go to Red Rocks. I've always wanted to go to Red Rocks. It's like back in the day, like you get the live concerts on Napster.
Yeah.
And it was like at Red Rocks, you know what I mean? And like, but like the more you learn about it, the more mystique and shit. And everyone I know who's been there said like, what a venue, like what an amazing venue and shit. So
it's gonna be mad fun.
So I've been waiting, waiting for something to pop up that I like that's gonna be there.
I gotta grab those Lettuce tickets.
Out of fucking nowhere, Goose popped up with a one night only at Red Rocks. I was like, I gotta try for it, and I got lucky enough to get tickets. It's sold out.
Good for you, man.
And I said, fuck it, I'm taking the trip again. So I'm gonna go in the summer. I'm gonna do that. And what else?
We got what you got coming up on March 12th?
March 12th, I'm throwing my 3-year anniversary party. I got a little glassware community on Facebook. Yep. And it's a great group of guys and gals. We come together. We do a lot of good for some charities and stuff like that. And one of the charities I support, as always, is my Support the Kid. My bro Nick Support the Kid. I always try to do stuff for them as much as I can, and I have brought that into the group and tried to get people on board with helping that cause of me. And they've really, every time I ask them to give me a hand, they all step up. We've done a lot of really great things in the past 2 years, and I'm very proud of that. And because of that, it's our 3-year anniversary, and I'm going to do a little fundraiser / 3-year anniversary party.
Nice.
And I got a bunch of guys and gals flying in from all over the country. And we're going to just, I got bagels, pizza,
real food,
Seaport Deli, all food that these people have never tried. Good New York, food.
Yes.
And we're going to have some good beers, some good company, some good food.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be great. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. You're going to be DJing the event.
We're going to do a little something.
We're going to get a little
may
DJ.
Have the camera and walking around.
Yeah, we're going to.
It's
going to be.
It'll be fun.
We'll maybe show a couple clips from the night on the podcast eventually.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it after. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
More the beer and meat and
facts. Who knows?
Stuff.
Maybe we'll have a guest. Maybe we'll film a podcast the day before. Who knows?
Maybe we'll bring the mics and record it there.
Maybe we'll do a live podcast.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who knows?
First ever live podcast. We don't know. We don't know. Everything's an open format.
We may just roll. Who knows? We'll figure that shit out.
But yeah, man.
But just subscribe, you know?
Yeah. Smash that like button.
Yeah, smash that like button.
Fucking bozos. Listen, I think just testing the mics out, testing the cameras out, testing the room out, the space, getting comfortable with the whole situation because this is new for both of us, obviously.
Yep.
I've never done nothing like this before. On camera.
No,
like
I've done some YouTube vlogging, but it's a
I've never
little
done
bit different. A little different.
I never done none of that shit. I've never been a content creator. I'm more of like comic relief for my friends at best. But this, we'll bring it out to maybe a larger audience, maybe some of our acquaintances and other friends and family and whoever the fuck else wants to click these stupid links.
I think that'll be great.
And we'll take it from there, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. That's it. I think that about wraps it up, guys.
Wrap it up. Shout out everybody who liked the first one and made it this far and got to the second one. And who's been asking us to do this? We doing it, so we're gonna give it a shot.
We'll see you in 2 years. No,
maybe we'll see you in 2 years.
We'll see you in 2
hopefully,
years.
There's no fucking pandemic, and hopefully we switch places again. And I have a beard and lose weight. I don't know.
No, I can't get no.
You guys can watch our progress both as a podcast and as people because that's what we're doing is getting better at everything in life. That's what we're doing out here.
It's been a pleasure, Tone.
Salute.
We'll see you in the next one, people.
Peace.
Take it easy.